and I would like to welcome you, man, to the League Wars podcast. Today we talking about VP Harris. You know what I'm saying? There's a new Emerson College poll out. It showed that with over 10 candidates in a race, you know what I'm saying? A lot of major candidates saying that they're not going to run for governor because Kamala, the thought of it, because she hadn't announced yet. That's what the stream is about. So 10 candidates or so in a race from both parties. I think I seen an independent or two in there. And then VP Harris, you know what I'm saying, lead with 57% of the vote. Like, that ain't even a race. That's why a lot of people in Cali said they're not even gonna run for her, bro. Against her, that's significant. You see what I'm saying? Because the way California politics, something else we're going to talk about this morning, is you can have two Democrats on the ticket in California. Instead of Democrat and Republican, it's just whoever get the two highest amount of votes. We're going to talk about it this morning. Let people get in the chat, man. We're doing a ghost stream, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to respond to the stream. You know what I'm saying? Like, that 57%, I think that says enough. That's a good starting point. So I'm gonna just take me a minute, man. Like, wait till let everything get up, jump in a little bit, and we gonna get started on the content. For all of y'all who are watching this after it was recorded, man, I got two video up. You know what I'm saying? One is members only. We're gonna talk about channel memberships here in just a second, and the other video actually is not members only. Hold on, y'all. I'm so sorry. Had to refresh the screen. And the other video actually is not members only. It's actually a real video. It's called the Trump Tears. And it's just like, that's what I'm going to do. Like every Monday, I'm going to release a new video. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to just work on it, man, until I get good at it. I'm going to try to do different kind of styles, you know what I'm saying? And see what works the best. But I don't think, man, I want to be like a news person, me personally. You see what I'm saying? Like, because the reason why I say I don't want to be a news person is because, I just feel like I'm better at analysis and forecasting. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you guys know this or not, but I'm just going to ask you guys what y'all think, as y'all come in. Make sure y'all double tap the screen for me, man, as y'all come in. You know what I'm saying? If you don't mind, make sure you like the video. If you enjoy the content, subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell. Guys, I want to let y'all know, too, I got two new videos up, okay? Those videos are called Trump Tears. I want y'all to go watch those videos. Watch the videos and listen to what I say. I did that on Monday, y'all. Listen to me as y'all come in. Please double tap the screen, like the video for me. Subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all hit that notification bell, guys. I appreciate the love. But I just wanted to say, guys, before we get into it, man, you know what I'm saying? We talking about VP Harris this morning. We talking about California politics. You know what I'm saying? We talking about how VP Harris is about to become the next governor of California if she decides to announce. You know what I'm saying? As you guys come in, I would love if you guys would say hello, say good morning, jump down in the chat. I'm going to get a poll going, guys. But what I was going to say, guys, I got two videos up. They Trump Tears, man. I want y'all to go check those videos out. And this is what you do. Listen to me. I'm forecasting. I'm predicting, y'all. I'm telling you, hey, this is going to happen if you do this, or this isn't going to happen if you don't do that. So y'all go watch those videos for me, man, and y'all tell me what y'all think, man, and y'all check out your boy Ghost, man, you know what I'm saying, making all these predictions. You know what I'm saying? That being said, man, as y'all come in the stream, man, y'all jump down in the comments for me, man. Y'all say hello, say good morning. Y'all double tap that screen for me. Go ahead, throw your boy a like. You know what I'm saying? On the video, man. Is it real people in the stream, man? I mean, we've been 4 or 5 minutes. I ain't got one person with one comment, man. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to go ahead and start that poll. And the question I have for the community today is, do you guys think that Kamala Harris will be the next governor of California. I see the Mikado says, finally made it back on a live. Yes, sir. I'm glad you're here too. What's up, my brother? How you doing? Do y'all think that Kamala Harris will be the next governor of California? Mikado, will y'all please double tap the screen for your boy, man? Go ahead and like the video. You know what I'm saying? If I have anyone in here, y'all haven't subscribed, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel for me, man, please, and thank you. Do you think Kamala Harris will be the next governor? That's what we talking about. That's what we starting off. But we could talk about whatever you want to talk about, guys. You know what I'm saying? I think better suited. Look, I'm going to tell you guys this, okay? And then we're going to start it. I think I'm better suited, guys, to do analysis and forecasting. So y'all can ask me, hey, Ghost, what's finna happen with the conversation or anything y'all want to, okay? I think I'm better suited to do analysis and forecasting. When I come on here in the morning, I'm going to tell you at the start of the stream, the topic of the conversation, Mikado, I'm finna read that. If the topic of the conversation is that VP Harris with 10 candidates saying they're running for governor, a lot of people who probably could and would win are not going to run. But with over 10 candidates, imagine splitting 100% 10 ways. That's 10% each if they were all about even. With 10 candidates saying they threw their hat in the race, they said they running. And VP Harris hadn't announced yet. And so Emerson poll, California politics, 1,000 people were polled. And she got 57% of the, that's like a flawless victory. She hadn't even announced. The race hadn't even started. And she had 57. So when the race starts, she going to be at 60, over 60. What are you guys' thoughts? That's what I wanted to talk about. Anything about politics I want to talk about. We go streaming. You see what I'm saying? Mikado says, I haven't really looked into it. It's possible to seem like very liberal governors. And that's what I'm saying too, Mikado. I think it's good for that community, don't you think? Question for y'all. When y'all think, for Colin, listen, I said this earlier on Instagram. If y'all, Colin, you and Mikado, here's a question. Get your thinking hats on. If you own a liquor store in South Central LA, would y'all let two 18-year-old white girls work at the register? No. It's like you putting them in position to be preyed on. So it's like VP Harris, I mean, why would you put, like that community is liberal. That's the liquor store. So you need the proper person, and I think Kamala is just the right person for that community. Colin says she will run California even deeper in the depth. Ooh, Colin, man, you're going to have to tell me why you said that, my boy. You're going to have to tell me why you said that. Welcome to the Legal Wars podcast, guys. Y'all kicking it with Ghost Rider, guys. If y'all had not liked the video, make sure y'all like the video for me. Double tap that screen, subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell, guys. Super chat, super thanks, super stickers. They start at 99 cents. That button below with the $sign in it. Y'all know y'all donations are much appreciated. Guys, I just want to say to y'all, man, I heard people talk about my haircut, a hoodie. Colin, you and Mikado, me putting on a suit and tie, doing the news, man. You know what I'm saying? If y'all want me to do that, bro, I'm saying, like, you know, we have to get to that point. I don't feel like the Legal Wars podcast grew to that point. So, you know, for the most part, man, we're going to be ghost streaming. That's what we're doing today. So I need you guys live in them comments, man. Get the thoughts in the comments jumping this morning. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just thinking that she'll do a great job running that state. And the reason why I think she will is because I think she fits that community good, really good. I mean, let's be real, y'all. Can y'all see President Trump being the governor of California? I know y'all gonna say, yeah. You see what I'm saying? And it's possible that he could. He went to Coachella, so you know the Republican candidate, if they make it to the ticket, to the ballot, you know he gonna go campaign for him. You know they trying to get California. Collins says her proven broken prison reform crime bills and lack of knowledge in those fields. Well, Colin, her prison reform crime bills, I mean, you mean when she was a senator, right? Because you don't mean when she was an attorney general. I know you don't mean that, because you know an attorney general can't pass legislation. So I gotta know which Kamala you're speaking of. Because if you're speaking of the Kamala as the attorney general, she is just an executor of the law. She's a top law enforcement person or official. Y'all feel what I'm saying? Now, her as a senator, that's different. She can't pass law by herself, but she can, you see what I'm saying? But her as Attorney General, Colin, I'm not sure too much, man, if I would say that I could agree with the prison reform, because I think she's just enacting the laws. You know what I'm saying? And then you said crime bills and lack of knowledge in those fields. I think as an attorney, you see what I'm saying? I think it's her being a litigator before she was an attorney, before she was the attorney general. You see what I'm saying? She has a proven track record, Colin, of helping children. You see what I'm saying? She started to help the Department of Corrections, and she helped the California Attorney General's office, which still is in place today. They have a whole task force again helping to protect children. Kamala Harris authored that as Attorney General. So she does have a track record of helping children. She does have a track record, Colin, of fighting for the rights of the people. That's what I'm all about, is fighting for the rights of the people. In politics, Colin, I be trying to do my thing, but it's about that legal thing. They went from law to politics. I never leave law for politics because law is too important. And VP Harris, I know she has a track record of fighting for the people. So Colin says, yes, Senator, but what did she do as Attorney General other than people? No, I just told you, Colin. I don't know if you wrote that comment before you heard me respond to that. You hear me, sir? You know what I'm saying? She started a task force, Colin, and I know you will look this up right now, my brother, because I know you. And you can look this up. She started a task force, Colin, that helped children. A task force that's still today. VP Harris started that as Attorney General in California as the top cop. She helped crowd the prison system, put money in the owner's pocket. See, y'all are so good morning, Jason. How are you doing? As you guys come in, make sure y'all double tap that video for me. You guys are so caught up on this prison reform thing, guys. She's the top cop. As Attorney General, y'all trying to hold that against her because she locked up people that, listen, whenever the politicians make the laws, y'all understand how government works. The courts and the police, they executing the laws. The governors, the attorney general executing the law. So she's just executing the laws of her state. I think who you aiming at, the Democrat you aiming at, Colin, I think you talking about Bill Clinton. That's who you, because you're talking about laws that were enacted by politicians, federal laws, that as the governor of the state of California, if it's a part of the federation, the United States, you will have to adhere to, and state law. So, Colin, in my opinion, she's just adhering to the law. She's the sheriff. You could go talk to a sheriff, man. Like, they do get elected in most or all communities in America. But the sheriff, I mean, would you ever question a sheriff and say, hey, man, like this guy's locking up a lot of people? No, because that's what he's supposed to do. So what I'm saying is, why would we, Colin, question an attorney general for locking people up? She's just a lawyer cop. That's all she is. The attorney general is over all of the law enforcement in the entire state. She polices the police in her state. That's her job. Do we understand that? Her office convicts criminals. That's their job. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to see where we're getting at, guys. If y'all have not liked the video, y'all go ahead and double tap that screen for me. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all hit that notification bell for your boy, man. Super chat, super thanks, super stickers, man. 99 cents. Y'all just hit that button that below, and y'all donations are much appreciated. The Mikado said her border policy was everyone come in. Can't defend that, Ghost. Oh, you mean what? In America? Oh, man, y'all, we not going back there, are we? Man, ain't nothing but Republicans in here because y'all say we know ain't no Democrats in this stream, because if we had Democrats in this stream, you know that poll wouldn't be looking like that. Mikado is VP. She don't have a border policy. That's Biden's administration. You gonna say that's the Harris administration? VP Harris ain't never won no election. She ran one as president. She won plenty of elections. I'm talking about as the president of these United States. She won one election, and that was against Donald Trump last November. And what happened? Who the president? So how is that her border policy? That was Joe Biden's border policy. And yes, it was horrendous. But just like Joe Biden was Barack Obama's VP, let's talk about Barack Obama's border policy. You can't put Joe Obama's stellar record as a Democrat on immigration. You can't put that on Joe Biden. He was the VP though. That was the Biden administration. You feel me on that, my brother? So, I mean, that was the Obama administration. So what I'm saying is, why are you going to put VP Harris? I'm saying that was Biden's administration, man. That wasn't hers. Colin says the task force is Bureau of Children's Justice. Colin, thank you, because I knew you was going to do that. I know my boy finna go look that up. The Bureau of Children's Justice, mainly focused on holding pedos liable, which is great since California slaps them in the hand, and that's it. Other aspects is education and juvenile reform. I salute my brother Colin. That's why we have these streams. Because I don't think, and I said this before, that VP Harris I don't think Donald Trump's administration is communicating with the people. I told y'all that. Didn't I tell y'all that, Colin? The Mikado, if you in here, didn't I tell you? I don't think they communicating good. Where you finna do all these tariffs and ain't nobody know what you doing, and all you come out and do and say reciprocal tariffs, bam, ain't nobody know what's going on. Like they need to do town halls, they need to do speeches. I seen President Trump just do it. That's a good thing. I don't think Joe Biden's administration, they didn't communicate with the people good. I don't know if these administrations, I don't see them really communicating with the people like they used to. You see what I'm saying? The Mikado says, I feel you, but do you really think she would do anything different? You mean as president? She didn't win presidency. You see what I'm saying? You mean as governor of California? The Colin put it in the stream. Ain't it pinned? You mean as governor of California, Mikado, would she do anything different? The Colin didn't put it in the stream? Mikado, hold on, my brother. Thank you so much. Mikado, listen. As governor of California, bro, listen, bro. Listen. Y'all listen. There was a presidential, y'all look at the title of the stream, time to announce. What is VP Harris announcing? I'm talking about VP Harris wearing a Tesla shirt. I'm different. What is VP Harris announcing? She's announcing that she's running for governor in California. This ain't about the presidency. But Mikado, let me explain that to you. You said, would she do something different? As governor of California, read the comment. As Attorney General, the task force is the Bureau of Children's Justice. That's why I wanted her to be VP. She gonna go to California and she gonna do that, man. You see how much passion. That's her state. That's her people. Look what the comment what Colin said, because of the pedos. She know that too. That's why she did that. So Colin in his own statement just said that VP Harris is good for the people. Guys, my job is done. In his own statement, Mikado, read Colin's statement. He just said that she's good for the state of California, y'all. She's not going to be president right now. I'm talking about 2026 and the governor's race in California, y'all. Read the comment. She's good for the state. Look what she's good for the state. That's what I'm saying. Mikado, what Colin said is what she did different, my brother. And Mikado, right now, thank y'all, everybody in this stream. Y'all please go like Mikado's super chat for me, man. That super sticker, man. $10, man. Thank you, my brother. He getting it cracking early this morning, man. I appreciate the donation. As you guys come in, make sure y'all double tap the screen for me, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell. Most importantly, guys, Republicans, Independents, Democrats, everybody, welcome in the stream. If you want to get something off your chest about the conversation or anything about politics, man, y'all join us, man. Y'all vote in the poll, jump down in the comments, let your voice be heard. The Mikado says, Republicans love you, Ghost. We appreciate your honesty if we disagree. And Mikado, I got to stand up on you. Because the Democrats could get mad as you want to. I love them too. They don't understand that they might be starting. Mikado, you starting to get it. You starting to understand it. Oh man, somebody get me. I love you too. I love the Republicans too. You know, bro, listen, let me explain something to you, bro. I grew up in a church and it was 90% black and they were hardline conservative Republicans. That's where I'm from. How can I hide or run from my identity? That's where I'm from. Understand that. Okay, as I grew up, I lived my own life and I went a lot of places, so I got a lot of different views, but still that conservatism is in my core. Does that make sense to me? You see what I'm saying? So as I go on, my views do become more liberal, but I become a real Christian. So I'm on all of the moral issues. I can't budge on them. But number one, Mikado, number one, Colin, and Colin, I'm going to get your comment. Number one is I'm a patriot and I love my country. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the Republican Party of America. That's how I look at it. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the Democratic Party. Man, I ain't doing that. Donald Trump, the people spoke. President Trump won, and I want President Trump to win. President Trump won. If he wins, America wins. So y'all get on here and y'all ask me questions, and I'm going to tell y'all know some people, y'all connected, plugged in, y'all get on and get some people and ask me, and I'm going to tell you anything to help them win. He helped me win, I'm going to help him win. That man showed how he helped me win before. I'm going to help you win. That's loyalty, boy. I could teach him that. Blood in, blood out. I don't hate nobody. I told y'all, let me see. Colin said VP's main job is the border security. But listen, though. Okay, Colin. Look, I'm going to pin that, Colin. And look, for the rest of y'all comment, y'all keep them coming, man. I'm going to get to them. I'm trying to get all of them, y'all, because we don't have that many people. Good morning, Angelo. Good morning. And oh, yeah, the Mikado. Thank you, my brother, for that super chat. You know I got love for y'all, everybody here. So Colin says the VP's main job is border security. What I'm about to say, listen to Biden, you know, wasn't running that house. Okay, Colin Biden wasn't running that house. No, he was not, period. Point blank, period. Who was? I don't know. But Colin, what I'm saying is why we talked about that when it was election time. In my opinion, when I seen Joe Biden, when he ran against VP Harris in the Democratic primary, y'all know if y'all watched the streams where I stood on that. That's why I've been fine on VP Harris the whole time. So I'm saying as Republicans, why we just speak up about this, or why y'all just speak up about this like in 2024? It's like everybody been seeing that. You see what I'm saying? He wasn't running that house. That's facts. But as far as the VP have the controlling, I guess he's saying the VP's close relation and workings with Homeland Security. But actually, who's control of border security right now? President Trump, he anointed a border czar. If you guys don't know, his name's Tom Homan. So it's who the president anoints to be a head of border security, because he didn't say JD Vance. He sent JD Vance to Europe. I think he might have different ideas for JD Vance, but who he put a veteran on top of his border, and that's Tom Homan, because he's serious about them deportations. Okay, so he got a vet. But I'm saying if Tom Homan wasn't there, who I would say the closest person to running the border would be the Department of Homeland Security. Wouldn't y'all say? Wouldn't y'all agree? Or either, because I don't think the military's down there. I think that's all police operations. So that would be Homeland Security, because they're the biggest. I mean, they're the most militarized police force, the closest. So I don't know about, you know what I'm saying? But if you're saying that VP Harris, President Biden did have a speech. It was during 19, and he said VP Harris about the border. But she was to do a study. When she ran for vice president, she completed that study. The completion of that study is that she recommended the asylum judges. She recommended ramping up the border, that bipartisan bill that President Trump wasn't for. But I'm saying, if we speak about, I don't think, y'all, the context of what we're talking about today, moving forward, with Kamala Harris being the governor of California, I don't think it's really relevant. She's not setting up policies on the border or anything as a governor of California. President Trump is the president to 2028, y'all. So we talking about an election next year. President Trump's going to be president. So saying that, I mean, let's see if we can. I love the discussion, because we not y'all 30 minutes in, y'all right on topic, instead of, we could be talking about a lot of stuff, and we still can if y'all want to. But I'm saying, y'all, let's focus the conversation on her as governor of California. For the people of California and California politics, y'all tell me why she wouldn't. If I look at this poll so far, y'all tell me why she wouldn't be good for the people of California. Y'all saying her border policies. Well, as governor of California, she won't set any policies on the border. President Trump will. Y'all saying because I'm saying for California and California politics, because my argument is D.D. Sarson, all my people in the stream, Angelo, all my brothers. You see what I'm saying? What I'm saying is my argument is, Colin and the Mikado, here's my argument. My argument is what Colin said earlier, that look what she did. The Children's Bureau of she protecting children. So as Attorney General, we saw she was good for California, right? Y'all can't argue with that. Colin told me if he a Republican, he put it in the stream. He educated me, right? So that being said, then, if she was good for California as Attorney General, why she wouldn't be good for governor? Y'all saying why she wouldn't be good for America, but that's already been spoken on. What I'm saying, this stream right now, we talking about next year's election, time to announce. This ain't got nothing to do with President Trump. That situation's over with. She'll never have a chance to run against President Trump. That's dead. So what I'm saying is y'all tell me why she wouldn't be good for governor of California. Y'all, appreciate y'all participating. I ask that y'all double tap that screen if you guys have not. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. Guys, super chat, super sticker, super thanks right down below, guys. 99 cents they start at, guys. Your donations, much appreciated. Angelo, what I need you to do, I know you said she failed at the border policy, right? Angelo, go watch that Trump Terrors video. I got a new video I uploaded. It's called Trump Terrors on Monday. I made 5 predictions and 5 projections. Angelo know he was on that terror stream on Tuesday. And look what happened. Look exactly what happened. So y'all tell me y'all know what I'm talking about. Trump Terrors, y'all. Y'all go watch that new video. Let's see. Let me get y'all in here. Angelo, I think you put that up before I said that. Like, you talking about her as vice president, I think you're really talking about what Biden's administration felt, according to your opinion, my brother. But I'm saying, talk to me about her failing the people of California when she was their attorney general. Talk to me how she failed the people of California when she was their senator. Because as governor, she going to be serving the people of California. We going to see her on TV like we see Gavin Newsom. We going to see her, that's what I'm saying, a comeback. Because we going to see her, President Trump, like she going to be. But what I'm saying is, even though she in the national spotlight, she not serving in no federal role no more, y'all. She the people of California. So tell me how she wouldn't fit that role perfectly with 57% of the vote, with 10 candidates in the race. Y'all understand, 10% each, an even race, 10 candidates, 10% each, right? What I'm saying is 10 candidates in there, she got 57, she ain't even announced. So that means when she announced that, hey, I'm running for governor, what's that poll rating gonna do, y'all think? It's gonna go from 57 to 70. So y'all want to show a blowout, Angelo, what I'm saying, Jamal, what I'm saying, the Mikado, what I'm saying. If y'all want to see a blowout, what I'm saying is what the California's governor's race gonna be a blowout. She finna win by 30 points. That's what I'm saying. So don't tell me how she wouldn't be good. And okay, she failed as vice president. That's in a matter of opinion, I would say. Because I'm saying if you look at the numbers, Joe Biden's numbers now, but I don't think I was trying to argue Joe Biden. Trump got the world to ride with Trump. He said Trump got the world to ride with Trump. Trump did. He says when she was top DA, she withheld evidence on an innocent black man that was on death row. Angelo, everybody makes mistakes, my boy. Come on, man. That's just like, Angelo, what that sound like to me is that sound like them saying that the group chat controversy. They want somebody to get fired. They want Pete, the Secretary of Defense, to get fired over a mistake on a group chat that we don't even know that Mike Waltz even made. We don't even know he made that mistake. He taking the blame for it, but we don't even know he made that mistake. And they want somebody to get fired. That's just like they were about Hillary Clinton on Benghazi. So she locked up a black person too many when she was just trying to execute the laws of the state. That's what I'm saying. These are the same arguments that they used on her. Listen to me, y'all. Republicans, Didi, Angelo, the Mikado, y'all. Listen, Colin, listen. These the same arguments they used on her trying to be VP. Y'all go tell President Trump and them, Fox News and them, I know y'all going to try to go hard. Elon probably going to spend 100 M's to try to get that governorship in California. That argument might work federally. That plays in the South. Where you from, Angelo? That plays in New Jersey. Where you from, Didi? That plays where you from, my boy? Colin, where you from, baby? Colin from North Carolina. That plays in North Carolina. That ain't playing in California. That's what I'm trying to get y'all to focus. Y'all keep on trying to talk about VP Harris when she was running for vice president. This is a different election. And I know y'all not political people and y'all not strategists, but I am, and I understand this. We not going to run this campaign for governor that you ran for president. It ain't nowhere close. Listen, California, the richest state in America, it's going to be some money tossed around, man, maybe up to 500 million, more than any other state, but it ain't going to be nowhere close to what the presidency is. You see what I'm saying? It's a smaller election. It's geared. That's why she got 57% of the vote, and she ain't even announced with over 10 candidates. She got top Democrats that people fear in real elections in California saying we not running against VP Harris. Nah, this is what the Democrats doing in that race. Y'all know how strong California is as a Democratic state, y'all. And this is what the Democrats doing. They watching it. Has VP Harris announced? Well, some people, they starting to hear stuff on the underground, and it look like they hear footsteps. Here come VP Harris, y'all. This is what the Democrats doing in California, y'all, I promise you. This is what they doing. And that's their state, and they understand why that's happening, bro. You know why it's happening? Because they ain't got a chance. That's what I'm saying, y'all. Tell me how she not good for that community. Y'all keep on telling me how she ain't good for America. Well, it ain't no race for America no more. Donald Trump done won the race for America. That's over with, said and done. We could talk about that in 2027 when the next presidential election comes. But y'all, this 2025, what that's 2027, 2028, that's too far down the road. I'm talking about next year in 2026. That's what I'm talking about. And I'm talking about the governor's race in the state of California. Y'all, we cooking this morning, man. This is a Go Stream, no prepared content. We having great conversations. That's because we got like-minded gentlemen in the chat. Got all my brothers in the stream with me this morning. If you guys have not liked the video, make sure y'all double tap that screen for me. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and make sure y'all hit that notification bell like my boy Mikado. He already donated today. If you guys want to donate to the channel, man, super chat, super thanks, super sticker, go ahead, hit that button below. It started at 99 cents. Guys, we only got 25 channel memberships. Guys, we need to get those numbers up. Didi, Sarson, and Angelo, two moderators, man. If y'all want to become channel members today, they start at $2.99, and y'all donations are much appreciated. Guys, if y'all want me to get in a suit and a tie and to cut my hair and take this hat off and get on the screen and be like everybody else, guys, we got to get them donations up, donations up, donations up. So Didi says, Angelo, we elected a man that after being charged with the essay of his own wife, saying that you can't count essay your own wife. Man, Didi is on that essay of his own wife, and he keeps speaking about that. This is what I would say to that, Didi. Didi, I appreciate you being here. You know I appreciate you being here. That's why I pinned your comment and that voice. Hearing that voice, man, it is appealing to me. You know what I'm saying? Because we be having a lot of Republicans in the stream. Didi, what I would have to say to that, though, about President Trump, I will say that we can say some foul things about a lot of men who sat in that position that he sat in. And that's the foul things that we know about a lot of men. You see what I'm saying? It's like a iceberg. That tip of the iceberg, that's just what we could see about those men. But below, I promise you, with as many people, power, and money as you have as the president of America, I bet you the Secret Service, you know, if the walls could talk, well, the Secret Service are the walls around the president. I guarantee you the Secret Service could tell you some things about some things about some things. It's just that Donald J. Trump stuff is all out in the public. So, Didi, if we speaking about President Trump's stuff as from a character standpoint or a morality analysis, I understand where you're coming from. If you speaking about President Trump's stuff as far as him being able to do his job, I don't think the American voter cares about whether or not, you know, he does that things that are not appropriate, or as our society views them. I don't think the voters care about that, Didi. You always have to stay focused on what the voters care about. What he's doing in his personal life, they probably don't care. They probably feel like they elected him to be president to make sure the gas prices are low. So, Didi, you want to talk about, let's talk about, are the gas prices lower, Didi? Yes, y'all put a Y in the stream if y'all think the gas price is lower. Y'all put an N in the stream if y'all don't. Are the grocery prices lower? Y'all put a Y in the stream if y'all think the grocery price is lower. Y'all put an N if y'all think they're not. You see, if y'all behind, put double Y's or double N's or Y and the N. We're going to keep going. Are the gas prices, the egg prices lower? Is it easier to get a place to stay? What about the rent? That's what they're going to judge President Trump on, guys. You see what I'm saying? The voters. Now, if we get off the cuff and we're just over in the side and we're just shooting the breeze and we're just comparing things and we're saying, hey, look at his character ain't that good. Okay, that's cool, that's fine. Then nobody's belittling it. I'm a Christian, but I'm saying looking at it from a political standpoint and what makes a difference besides side conversation in an election, I don't think the voters are going to care. They want to know how good President Trump is doing his job. They want to know why their retirement savings is low. He not out here explaining this to the people. What's happening without my retirement? He talking about putting tariffs on the whole world. What this guy doing, man? That's what they want to know about, y'all. Let me get down in these comments with y'all. Who in here, like, before I get Janita Mitchell, my baby. I hadn't seen her in here in a minute. I got to get her in here. She's saying just dropping in to say good morning. I know it's been a while. However, been occupied. Good blessings. Thank you, baby. And I thank you for stopping in. Let me see who else is in here. Angelo, let me get down here with y'all. So Angelo's talking to Didi. He says, not in Jersey. Didi says gas and groceries in Washington, D.C. are absolutely higher. Wow. Unbelievable. Didi, listen to me. That's what the voter, that's what Matt, listen, and President Trump, if he can't run for president again, why would he matter, right? Isn't that what we're going to say? Why would he care? But what I'm saying is the only thing that can affect what he's doing, like that tax bill, how they could just, do what they do, just get it, The only thing that could affect what his agenda in 2026, if Hakeem Jeffries get that gavel, the first order of the business is to impeach Donald J. Trump. And they going to investigate everybody Trump had around him, including Elon. When the Democrats get control, that's what they're going to do. That's why this midterm might be more important than any other midterm before. So, Didi, if you a Democrat or if you know Democrats or you speaking with Democrats in D.C., what y'all need to focus on is what he just said about them gas prices. Because I know y'all, it don't gonna matter in D.C. because y'all gonna win D.C. easily. But let me tell you where it's gonna matter at. Y'all want some political breakdowns, right? I'll keep reminding y'all. Because it need to be reminded, because I've said this stuff before and it seemed like we be getting off track. Well, let's get back on track. Where it's going to matter at is that President Trump, I heard Steve Bannon said this. I heard myself say it first. No hating Steve Bannon, but I heard myself say this first. Not saying that you ain't say this, but the majority of President Trump's voters made under $50,000 a year. So, Didi, what you don't understand is, if we go down to Alabama, in some of these locations where they have a lot of government workers, that some of these Trump supporters that voted for President Trump in conservative areas, they've been fired. And it's farmers in the area that, those farmers, and I'm saying in the area like the poor people, $50,000 a year, we voted for you, President Trump. We like, taxes on China, tax cuts for the rich, America money, Elon and them money. What else? Come on, Angelo. We got a lot of Republicans in here. See, that's what I'm talking about, Didi. This is what's going to help you win the election. That's what's going to help Hakeem get that gavel. I don't know, like you could get 4 seats in the Senate. That's a tall order to ask for. President Trump would have to really just bomb it, and I don't think he's going to bomb it like that because I don't know. That's just my opinion. But I'm saying what we just said right there, I don't care what, let them chase those rabbits. The Democrats chase rabbits for the last 4 years, y'all. Look, I'm a real, y'all want the real. I ain't coming at you like no Elon Musk supporter. I'm coming at you as a real American who gonna speak authentic truth and give y'all my passion. The Democrats chase rabbits for 4 years. Listen, the Democrats won the election, okay? And they chased, no, hold up. Let's backtrack. Back it up. Let's back it up. President Trump won the election in 2016. Let's start from 2016 because he faced what, 2 impeachments or 3, y'all? 2016 to 2020, 2 or 3 impeachments, 2017 to 2021. So let's talk about those impeachments because the Democrats the Russian story, Russian collusion. He colluding with the Russians. He a Russian spy. President Trump, he a Russian spy. And I'm saying, look, I ain't hating on nobody. That's fine. What happened, happened. But that's why you lost the election. I'm trying to help you. Because you saying it's the same and I keep repeating it, but you need the same and keep repeating it because you keep getting off track, talking about stuff that don't matter. What matters for the Democrats, stay on message, reconnect with the people. Democrats forgot how to connect with the people because the Democrats start talking about this Russian stuff. You're not connecting with the people because the people, don't care about Russia. They showed you. They spent so much time talking about Russia for 4 years, 34 felonies, $2 billion in court fees and fines. We went over it, assassination attempts and threats. Put them in jail, no jail. And look what happened. Cause you losing focus. Don't listen. Don't worry about Donald Trump. Donald Trump ain't gonna help you win no election or lose no election. Who gonna win the election for you? That's who you worry about. Democrats used to know this. It's like they done forgot it. Didi says, ask a Trump supporter about tariffs, they will lie. Ask them about a Haitian asylum seeker, they will lie. Didi, explain that for me, please. I want to know what that means. I want to know what you mean about that. Angelo says 200K employment in the month of March in the private sector, not bad. That's better than not bad, Angelo. Listen, he added 100,000 more jobs than they expected he would. How you do that? You add 100,000 more jobs? How in the world? That's no way possible he could pull that off after you just fired all that. Elon just fired half the what? How you do that? He know what he doing. There's a couple little things, Angelo. Go watch the terror video, man. You can't declare trade war on the whole world, but you can on China. And by him declaring a war on China, JD went over there and scared the Europeans already. He put a tax on the Europeans already. So they already want to talk. They already calling. They already on the phone. He got them at the table. You don't need to tax the Europeans. Just put that on China because it do 2 things. You taxing China, not only you making the money for America, you doing 3 things. Him taxing China, you making the money for America, you scaring the rest of the world to the table, and the third thing is they're crippling America's biggest op. Why have to run down the Panama Canal, worry about China coming to Panama, China trying to come over to Panama, he's sending Marco Rubio to curb the Chinese influence, China trying to get over here, and they want to get on our doorstep. They sending people across the border, Chinese nationalists. You know how many Chinese nationalists in America? So this how we gonna do this. 4,000% tariffs on tax on China. 4,000. Cripple them. Xi Jinping, you want to go round for round with the United States? You starting the game down. Every tariff, every tax, China down 3 or 4 to 1. That's my biggest opponent. Why am I going to let off their neck? I'm finna crush these when I got the chance. I'm crushing these fools. Crush them. $5,000 tax on tariff. 5,000% tax on tariff. 5,000%. And you know what, Great Britain, the kind of person I am, Europe, y'all come over here. Look, I'm gonna announce. Look, before I do this 5,000%, President Trump, you gotta be smart. Go ahead, get your trading partner and your allies over there, and y'all work out some kind of deal or some kind of future deal, and then send it back over there, but don't announce it yet. And do a 5,000% tax on see, the more with this, y'all gotta understand this tariff, this trade war. Look, the more the tax, the percentage that President Trump puts on China, the quicker they're gonna break. Because it's like 3-1. The def is 3-1. Trade deficit, imports to exports, Chinese to American. So if President Trump put a 5,000% on them, then China's losing 15-3. If he just got 100%, they just losing 3-1. I mean, you could suffer a 3-1 loss and rebound for that. But if he got 5,000%, they losing 15-3. You can't suffer no loss. Something gonna have to give. They gonna have to break. President Trump, ratchet up on China, a full-fledged trade war on China. And the same time I'm doing a trade war on China, we made a trade deal with Italy today. Watch the stock market jump. The stock market ain't nothing but a money forecaster. What y'all need to think of like the stock market is a weather forecaster. That's all the stock market is, a money forecaster. So if you come up there talking negative, talking about tariffs and taxing everybody and backing off, and they don't know what you're doing. That looks negative. Everything red. It's red. But as soon as you come out saying we got deals, or I'm letting off the pausing tariffs on everybody but China, what it do? Everything green. It's just a forecaster. You gotta be smarter than the board, bro. You gotta be smarter than the board. You know what the board gonna do. You gotta control the board. You know when you announce money, the board going green. You know that. Come on, man. You got that in your back pocket. You know when you announce money that stock market going green. So President Trump, I could control the stock market at will. You need to hire you a brother with some game. So I know already that when I come through with this sledgehammer, I'm finna hit China over the head. I know the investors ain't gonna like this, but I got something for that. Some green. Hey, I hit China over the head today, y'all, but we made a trade deal over there with our biggest trading partner, Canada. I done got some sense in my head, and can we back friends with Canada? Because we need Canada. You see how big that border is with Canada? How you gonna start something with these people? That don't make no. Listen, y'all, I'm sorry. Didi, where you at, baby? Mr. Good Citizen, Didi, where you at, baby? I'm going to pin your comment because I want you to hear this, Didi. Y'all just got to know how to argue. Y'all need to hire Didi. Y'all just got to know how to argue. Listen, this man, okay, so you starting a trade war with Canada. What he's starting a war with Canada over the fentanyl over the border. He say it's a bad trade deal, but you already went through this with 2020, and you got a trade deal already with Canada. I'm confused about Canada. Maybe some of y'all Republicans can help me. But Didi, I'm saying if you worried about the border, why would you you asking Canada to help you with the border, and then you gonna start trying to tax some shoe like. If they grind me, man, they finna I'll throw a whole man. I go get some 18 wheelers. They can't fly no planes. I get some 18 wheelers, bro, and we'll just start riding through your communities, dumping fentanyl in your community. You feel what I'm saying? Bro, this dude gonna tax me. We've been standing with you, dying with you, bleeding with you, President Trump. You gotta think of that loyalty. You know about loyalty, President Trump. When you look at the J6 riot, look at Canada, President Trump, like the J6 rioters. Now, y'all need somebody who know how to handle President Trump, who could talk to him. I'm kind of cuckoo. I know how to talk to somebody kind of cuckoo. No offense. You feel me? You look at Canada like the J6 riders. Over the history, these people done bled and died with America. They flag been up there with an American flag. So I'm saying you gonna tax these people. What? You taxing me? Talking about some fentanyl we ain't letting in your country. Hold on a second. Hey man, go get them 18-wheelers, bro, and go hire them. We gonna put the Canadian Mounted Special Forces. We gonna go dump the fentanyl all in your communities. Come on, man. You don't pick fights with your friends, man. You don't go to war with your friends, man. That's just something you don't do, President T. Don't do that no more. Please, I'm begging you. Because how Super Truckers and Angelo and everybody talk about how good his economy, like it has the potential. He need the stock market. The stock market's not going to be good if you pick and fights with your friends. People, the world don't want to see business. President Trump, you a money man. You know that. That look like you picking a fight, just like if President Trump, if you was at your job, Trump Towers, and somebody came to you and said two executives got in a fight in front of the whole floor and 1,000 customers and the police came, you ain't trying to hear nothing. You gonna try to fire both of them. That's how business people look at it. When you talking about picking fights with your friends, they don't care what you talking about. Trade deficit, they don't know nothing about that. They don't care about no trade deficit. Boy, I'm trying to make this trade million, and you taxing me. This is my friend. President Trump, don't do that, man. You need to have a loyalty to America's allies. If you want, oh, man, Brian C. Kennedy is our friend. They are our friend. So, Brian C., they're not our friend. So this what, Colin, you still in here, Diddy, you in here, Mikado, Brian C., this is what I want you to do. This is what I want you to do. Don't drink no Kool-Aid. Angelo, this is what I want y'all to do. If y'all don't know about it, look up NORAD right now. Somebody look up NORAD. Do y'all know what NORAD is? Do y'all understand that border up there with Alaska and Russia? Y'all know how close Russia is to America? Do y'all see the whole picture? Because I'm finna break it down for you. Because that one of the biggest boy, look at my boy Diddy. Thank you. Everybody go like Diddy. Y'all like Brian C. and Diddy. We not, y'all, the debate. Let's get the debate. That's what we doing, y'all. We only at an hour. Diddy, thank you, baby, for that $100. I'm finna show you some love for that. But listen to me. Y'all know what NORAD is, right? Brian C., listen to me. You know what NORAD is. Do you understand when you go to sleep at night, do y'all understand the United States Air Force is keeping you safe? Because there's millions of people who have the means in this world that want to kill every last one of us. They don't care if you black. They don't care if you white. They don't care if you're a Republican. They don't care if you're a Democrat. They know you're an American. They want you dead. Hey, listen, I promise you, Americans' enemies, they're not going to ask you a Republican or a Democrat before they kill us. They just want us dead. So look up NORAD. Since you say Canada's not that important. Brian C., if you know what NORAD is, why you going? It doesn't make sense. Bro, the joint alliances between Canada and that's why, okay, so President Trump saying he a governor, they don't like that stuff, man. Salute to my Trump supporters, y'all true American patriots, man, is jumping in this stream this morning, man. They like it. Y'all give me some more support, man. I'm finna have to cut my hair, put a suit and tie on, man. You know what I'm saying? Angelo say salute the Trump supporters. Mr. Good Citizen say true, brother, true, Mr. Good Citizen. I appreciate that. Let me go ahead and do this to you, though, real quick. Let me do this, man. Because you guys come in here and we do this. So we all in here. Super Truckers for Jesus says got to fight fire with fire. Super Truckers, to a certain extent, though, you can't. If you do too much fire, you're going to burn the house down. Too much fire, to a certain extent. That's why I said 1,000% on 10. Listen, I'm radical with it because I understand the game. Bro, do y'all know? Look, Angelo, Diddy, I love all y'all in here. Mr. Good Citizen, Super Truckers for Jesus, Brian C. Listen, do y'all know that China over there, behind all this that's going on, you know China over there, they talking to South Korea and Japan. Y'all know that, right? Y'all know that, right? You got to understand the world. Do you understand the hated history between the Chinese and the Japanese? They can't stand each other. They hate each other. But they talking. Hey, Angelo, Brian C., y'all, I know y'all heard me talk about how BRICS gonna grow. You just heard me say this 3 days ago. So you think China over there, what you think they talking to their long lost enemies for the first time in 50 years? They talking to Japan because of what? What they talking to? Y'all come on, tell me what China talking to Japan for. And South Korea? That don't even sound right. You talking about the two, hold up, Ghost, hold up. China talking to the two nations that America got bases. Do America got, how many of us been stationed in South Korea before? Thank you for your service. What about Japan? How many Navy bases we got in Japan? You mean Hakashika and Washakawawa? Pearl Harbor? Y'all forget about all this? The atomic bombs? Y'all forgot? After the atomic bombs, we didn't forgot. We didn't forgot, y'all. We forgot our history. We want some money and forgetting our history. So look, President Trump, Brian C., if that's how y'all want to do it, that's fine. You want to go after the dollar, go after the dollar. You rolling the dice. America's allies could walk away from you. Leave Europe and Canada alone. This is what you do. You tax the out of China. Break them. Break them. Listen, look, you could go talk to South Korea and Japan, because anybody who, look, President Trump, not only do you tax them, anybody who make a trade deal with China from this point on, if we got $5,000, if we got 5,000%, listen, bro, hire me, y'all. President T, I'm waiting on that phone call, President T. If I catch one of y'all talking to China and make a trade deal with China, then you inheriting China's tax. With South Korea, they won't talk. Listen to me. This free game. It's free game. You ain't getting this from nowhere else. I don't care how many people in this live stream. This ain't about views. This is about what I'm saying. Forecasting. I'm giving President Trump political, this ain't strategy. I'm giving him policy right now. This is trade policy for the President of the United States. And tell me how it don't make no sense. Brian C., before I get to y'all's comments, because I'm coming, y'all. All my brothers in this stream this morning, I love all my brothers in this stream, y'all. I love y'all. I'm coming. President T, listen, this is what you got to do. I got 104% tariffs on you. So this is what I'm going to do. We going to break the BRICS up. We breaking BRICS up. Right now, I'm going to break BRICS up. All that influence China got, Brazil and all that, I'm going to break that up right now. China, I'm going to break you right now. President Trump, I'm going to break their neck. President Trump, you talking about a patriot, I'm going to stomp on their head. And I'm going to piss red, white, and blue on all that red. Listen to me. This is a patriot right here. Break them. Break them. Any nation who wants to make a deal with China right now, the same tax that we got on China, you inheriting that tariff. Make a deal with them. So South Korea and Japan, y'all want to make a deal with China, sign the deal. You getting 104% too. When it go to 200%, South Korea and Japan, y'all want to join them, 200%. Who all in BRICS? Japan, Brazil, 200% tariff. That's how you do it, not Canada and Mexico. You need Canada and Mexico for that stock market to be green. Not Canada and Mexico. You need Canada, you need Europe, you need Israel. Brian C., I know, Angelo, I know y'all are not for President Trump putting the same tariff on Israel that he putting on China. Y'all could support him as much as y'all want to. And Mr. Good Citizen, you heard me. I'm trying to help. I'm trying to support. Just do it a good way. Just do it a good way. Keep the stock market green and still get your money off your tariffs and get the deals because you're scaring the other nations. That's a trifecta. You cannot lose. I'm telling you to do it the right way. But there's no way in the world you're going to tell me that We got to be fair about it, because if we be fair, though, the Mikado say tariffs hurt us too. If they done right, though, the Mikado, they won't. Mikado, what tariff that President Trump did that hurt you? Y'all want me to tell y'all what President Trump doing? I'm finna make a video about this, y'all. President Trump is playing chicken. He's playing economic chicken with these nations. If I put a tariff on this cap, you're going to feel this tomorrow. You know why? Because they're going to make enough of these today that's going to go to warehouses to where, okay, if you don't feel it tomorrow, you're going to feel it in the wintertime whenever they come out. You see what I'm saying? A tariff on the car, when you going to feel a tariff on the car? He put a tariff on the cars. It's going to take them 6 months for them tariffs to take effect. It's going to take 6 months for Elon to finish making that car, to have it fully inspected, have it sit on the lot for a month or 2 or 3, and then to get it to you, it's going to take him 6 months, even if he got your name on the order. Now, the parts is different. He can fill the parts tomorrow. He ordering parts all the time. He got warehouses, the parts coming in and out all the time, but the cars, the actual cars, that's what I'm saying. If you do those tariffs right, if I'm saying, hey, I'm taxing all vehicles that are on American-made car, he know what he's doing. He trying to do something. He trying to boost it. Listen, America, bro, if y'all go back and look at the content, for me being honest, me just being all the way honest, y'all, and Angelo, I think I seen you in this stream, and Brian C., I think you was in this stream at this time. Mr. Good Citizen, you might have been in here too. Didi, you might have been here too, because y'all are like OGs, originals. But how many of y'all remember talking about America need a new free trade agreement? Because America got a trade deficit of $1.2 trillion. President Trump trying to fix that. That's what, listen, I never heard President Trump say this. But in my mind, if he's talking about American decline, that's one of the main things he's talking about. Because he can't be talking about American decline with the, President Trump ain't talking about American decline. Immigration, he talking about American decline with immigration. I hear y'all Republicans say that, Brian C. Y'all tell me where I'm wrong. But President Trump ain't talking about American decline with what? The deficit? Not the budget, because he added more money to the deficit than any other president in U.S. history. They all been doing that. He just now got Elon with that Doge. They just now did that. So American decline will actually be that trade deficit, because that trade deficit just got like that. It ain't never used to be like that. America used to always be surplus. We the richest nation in the world. How you buying more than you selling? That's crackhead status. Common sense. Look at it like street smart. I'm the richest person on the block. I'm controlling that's why President Trump came in there doing what he doing. Brian C., he's saying this last day. Wait, boy, you don't know what's going on. I'm the richest dude on the block. Everything come through here is my market, really. It's really my call. I don't care. Listen, I don't care how much money that Putin got. That stuff flowing. Not all the money in the world, but the majority of the money in the world is that American dollar. And President Trump knows that. So, but just don't do it to your friends. But to your enemies, yeah, that's what it's for. Sanctions, trade embargoes, and tariffs. You see what I'm saying? But why would you put sanctions on your friends? Oh, our numbers ain't good. We need to fix the trade deficit. That ain't how you do it with Great Britain. That ain't how you do it with France. That ain't how you do it with Israel, bruh. These the same people in 9/11. These nations were first in line with America. You know how I know? Brian C., ask me how I know. Ask me if I wasn't stationed in Fort Bragg, North Carolina during 9/11. Ask me if I wasn't on the base where some of the first units, before y'all knew that America was deploying troops, they were already, right the day after. And I don't know if I'm supposed to say this, but I didn't know it from no classified situation. The day after or the next day after, we had people flying out of Fort Bragg from 9/11. The buildings were still smoking. President Bush didn't even know what was going on. We had people leaving Fort Bragg going over there already. See what I'm saying? You feel where I'm coming from? Angelo say he gotta go. Appreciate you stopping by. TS, thank you. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Who in here? T. T wrote the last trade deal. I know that. That was my point, T. Super Trucker, what's up? What's up? That was my whole point, T. That was my point, T. What you just said is my entire point. I agree with that 10,000%. That's why I don't understand these people. Like, don't put on your enemies, on your friends. 9/11, these people, the first people to stand, bleed, and die with you. These people stood, bled, and died with America, man. We can't be taxing these people. Didi says, Mr. Good Citizen, that is the hallmark of MAGA. They simply have godlike faith in Trump lunacy. Ooh, that's cold. Hey, Brian. Hey, Brian, what you gonna see about what Didi just said? Guys, if y'all hadn't liked the video, my brothers, before y'all leave, make sure y'all like that video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, super chat, super stickers, super thanks. They start at 99 cents. Y'all hit that button below with the $sign in it. Your donations are much appreciated. He says American Israel. Oh, but Brian, see, look, this one. But see, Brian know what I'm talking about. He feeling me. And Brian been here enough. He know I don't hate President Trump. Even when I hear something negative, President Trump fire. Oh yes, man, immediately. Like Pete Navarro or whoever Elon was talking about, slapped the off you, bro. You done made people. I heard this old man. This old man, bro, come on TV, say he was a Trump supporter. He from the deep south, say he lost half of his retirement, half of it. Because this stupid dude is advising him to declare a terror war on your allies. You dummy, those the people who keeping the stock market green. Ain't no, they the ones, they your customers. You want to go tax your customers, don't tax your customers. You need to hire you some drug dealers in the White House to show you how to get this money. Because this dude over here, he a financial genius. You need to kick him, put him over there, make him go work in the, you need to switch Pete Navarro or whatever, whoever Elon was talking about, you get him a different position. This dude, man, you advising President Trump to do what? Oh, heck nah. You too, Angelo. You too, man. But Brian, see, you get the point. You shouldn't have never put no tariffs on Israel in the first place. How that makes sense? You know how much money them people spend on American weapons, even if they weren't yo, bruh, listen, the reason why the American military ain't in the Middle East right now is because Israel. And at the same time, the American military ain't got to go to the Middle East. They spending the money on on your weapons. What you taxing them for? That don't make no, bro. Come on, man. Who advising President Trump, Brian? See, where Fox News at? Y'all tell me who advising President Trump. You don't tax your friends. Meg McKinney, what's up? He said, man. Mike says Israel and the U.S. already have a free trade agreement, but why he taxing them? You don't think he taxed them? You feel what I'm saying? You don't think he taxed them? Why would I be saying this? Y'all should know me better than that, man. I wouldn't be saying this if he didn't tax them. He put a tax on them people. Israel. See, you can't argue with that. Ain't no Christian in this stream can argue with that. The first nation to shed blood with you whenever you needed them. President Trump, you know about loyalty. I'm just talking like this so you won't do it no more. The first nation to shed blood with you when you need them, and you're going to put the same tax on them you put on China. Man, that make it seem like something off with your character, bruh. Because I know you about loyalty because you pardon the J6 riders. So how you ain't loyal to Netanyahu? Out of all people, that's your dog. How you texting your dog? Man, that's what I'm saying. I know President Trump didn't do that. I know he didn't see all them numbers or understood all them numbers. He a busy man, Brian C. Bring Pete Martin Navarro out to the public square. You feel me? Because look, that's funny. That's real funny right there. But if you was that old man that voted for President Trump that lost $300,000, nah, don't bring Pete Navarro out here. If you was that old man that voted for President Trump that lost $200,000-$300,000 off that little stupidity stuff, you wouldn't be, that ain't funny to you if your money getting lost. It ain't funny. That's what I'm saying. You can't have idiots sitting next to the president. You need ghosts next to the president, Brian C. You need ghosts. If ghosts ain't next to the president, you need a person who could talk to ghosts, who could go get in his ear. Because ghosts gonna give you, and not just on no, whenever you feel like it, you need it to where he need a decision. He could pick, somebody could get, and you could get some people who got some sense. Some real sense. Because I would have told you from the get-go, bro, look, this is what I'm going to do. Look, Brian C., he had it set up perfect. The situation was set up perfect. President T, look, you sent JD over there to scold the Europeans. They went over there, he went over there, and then because of Ukraine, they already scrambling. Follow me. Bro, I'm talking about President Trump. You had a play ring. You can't even see it. President Trump had a touchdown. I'm talking about with the stock market never touching the red. If it touched it, it would have touched it that much. He had a straight touchdown. If I was there, it would have touched it that much, and then it would have jumped full green. Look, JD Vance, he goes over there and he scolds the European. They stirred up. We talked about it. You know, they started to meet and get up and group up, and they feelings hurt, okay? So then Ukraine, he came and he scolds Zelensky. You know, they still worked up. They feelings hurt. They hurt. They you know, they don't know. Trump in here, he going wild. The next move I do, April 2nd, I'm announcing 25% tariffs on the continent of Asia, mainly China. And then to fix those trade deals with Europe, JD then went over there and scolded them. They already know President Trump ain't playing with them. Then to fix them trade deals with Europe, with them 100% tariffs on China, the Europeans, they are kind of weak. We know that. With them 100%, because the 75 phone calls President Trump then got over these tariffs, making a deal. Okay, 75 nations. I guarantee you, every NATO nation that called, that's your friends. They too plugged in. So all he had to do was scare them. I'm gonna put a 3,000% tax on China. I'm a bully my enemies to scare my friends. I'm not gonna bully my friends and enemies alike. They confused now. They don't trust you. I'm just being real with you. Because if you did something like me, to me, that's flawed. For real, that's flawed. See, that's the white people. That's the, no offense to any white people in here. That's that white people stuff. Because if you had a black man, ain't never gonna do nothing stupid like that unless he just a scam artist or he green. You know, bro, this people, this the same nations. This need to be heard so it won't happen again. Because that's an error. Because we could have China, we could have Japan and South Korea over there joining BRICS. Because really, if you could control China and Russia, who cares who a country they could join BRICS. We can't have Europe joining no BRICS. Because if you're joining BRICS, it's just a matter of time. America going too, because that's where America came from, Europe. That's where we came from. That's your roots. That's your origin. That's like you slapping your parents in the face. You going against Europe like that. You could fix them trade deals without taxing them the same way you gonna tax them. You gonna announce the same tax on China as you do Israel. That let me know your mentality. So that I don't like that. That right there, I don't like right there. I don't like that. Brian C., I didn't understand that. China? So you putting China on the seat, that makes me think you thinking about money. I know President Trump ain't do nothing like that. I know President T. I know who did that. Elon called his name. His name Pete Navarro or something like that. Bring that dude to the square and slap out that boy's mouth. Advising President Trump to do something stupid like that. And this dude right here is supposed to be a financial genius. Didn't you say, President Trump, we having a common sense revolution? Got too many smart people around him, man. I think that's the problem, Brian C. Mike says it was a gamble like just every other decision. Yeah, but Mike, you could gamble smart. You don't bet the house on the first bet. Okay, so you was right. It's a gamble. It is a gamble. So when we go to the casino, we just went to Vegas, Mike. We just pulled up to Vegas. We just pulled up to Vegas. Sure, we in Vegas. Now, us in Vegas, bro, like we pull up in Vegas and we walk inside the casino, and the first bet, we bet the whole house, betting against our friends and everything. You bet the whole house against see, you can say whatever it's a bad decision. That's what that is. I'm going to tell you what it is, because I know I could think better than that 10 times. Boy, I feel like I could go drink a whole gallon of liquor and think better than that. I ain't trying to be funny. I'm being real, because all you got to do is go watch them Trump terrorist videos, and I told you everything you need to hear to let you know that I know exactly what I'm talking about. President Trump do what I say, he won't lose. I can promise you that. He will not lose. You ain't going to find you bring a person in America who going to outthink me on that. I want to see him. Because you had a smart person, but President Trump had the smart dude with him. And the smart dude said, put tariffs, the taxes on the whole world at the same time. Oh, he fired. Pete Navarro, you fired. Nah, President Trump like you too much. So who the chief of staff is? I forgot what old boy name is. That lawyer dude who want to litigate it. Nah, I'm just playing. Hey, so what that man chief of staff is, so his chief of staff or whatever, President Trump said we can't fire Pete Navarro, so we ain't going to fire you, but we going to put you down there in the Department of Education. You know why we putting Pete Navarro in the Department of Education? Because ain't nobody else down there. It's empty down there. Ain't it, Brian C.? Ain't nobody in the department. Ain't nobody in that building. It's some people down there over on the other side, but we're going to put Pete Navarro in here to work in this building by us. Yeah. Hey, hey, if y'all had liked this video, y'all make sure y'all like the video, man. Boy, I be clowning, boy, but that's what they need to hear, boy, doing that goofy stuff. Man, you know, if you had your money in that stock market, bro, and that dude did that goofy and lost that money, bro, you know you'd be so mad. You'd be so mad, boy. If he did something, I lost 200,000. I don't know if I could ever forgive him for that. I would have to get that money back times two. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just, Mac, you know that's just goofy stuff, ain't it, my nigga? I mean, I'm sorry, ain't it, my boy? You know that's goofy stuff. And that ain't hating on President Trump. That's what I'm saying. If you got people like Pete Navarro around President Trump, then we're going to lose trillions of dollars. Because he don't want President Trump say, hey, you know how big league, bro. President Trump don't know. He's just a regular businessman, politician. They coming at him with a trillion things a day. America not just a big country with three. He is the executive of 340 million people. I ain't never been to the White House. I've been to DC, but I ain't never been to the White House. But I could just picture the job. So much going on. So Pete Navarro only job is to study tariffs. He over the tariff team. I guess that's what Elon was trying to say. He's over the tariff people. That's his only job. President Trump got this hat on right now. And then these clowns over here in some group chat. So I got to put this hat on too. And this clown doing this. So I got to go put this, and President Trump got 100 hats on that, and here come and Pete Navarro talking about tariffs, and President Trump, can we do it big league? You know how President Trump big league, you know, Pete. You know if we do this, we got to do this big league, President Trump, big league, Pete. Can we put tariffs on them on the whole way, the whole world, the whole way? Can we do the whole way? And Pete just gonna say, yeah, President Trump, if that's what you want to do. Man, President Trump, we can't do nothing like that, man. Oh, you don't know President Trump goes, he might snap on you. Well, let him snap on me. But when he snap on me, I'm gonna tell him, I'm gonna be Eli Lama Sabachthana. Hey, Matt, when he snap, before I'm gonna speak a proclamation on his life before I walk out that room. You put them tariffs on the whole country, you might end up losing something one day that you can't never get back. And I'll walk out the room. I'm telling you, I can handle somebody like President Trump because I'm not no yes man. If I love you and I love my nation and I love what you're doing, I'm going to tell you the truth because the truth going to set you free. And I understand that. I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to just do it. I'm going to be loyal to you, but I'm going to tell you the truth. Don't do that no more. He needs somebody to tell him that. What's Seth Rogen and them saying on the what's Seth Rogen and them saying on? Because I heard Fox and they was just like that. Nah. I'm telling you, boy, I be watching news, and I heard Fox. I heard Fox, and Fox was like, "Don't do that no more." Hey, Max says Pete is going crazy because he should stand for something and not. But Mac, they don't understand that. Mac, they don't understand that. They don't get it. That's why you got to change the perspectives of people that's in that house and things that change. That's what I'm saying. You ain't got to hire somebody who know what, but you a think tank. Them birds are right down the street. And just whenever y'all need to do something, y'all pick up the phone and y'all get some, you ain't got to listen to what I say. If you advising the president, you just giving them advice. And it's not the president coming with the advice, it's going to be somebody else. And they going to say, hey, so this the problem we having. And he's supposed to have a room of profound thinkers. God said in a multitude of counsel, he said there's safety. Oracles. He need oracles. President Trump, you need about 9 oracles. America does. Who is just like the old Bible days, who y'all could tell and they could come to you. And I'm going to tell you, if you don't listen to me, this was going to happen to you. And it's going to happen exactly like I say. And I would have told him, if you put tariffs on the whole world, the world gonna lose 10 trillion and they'll never forgive you for that. You'll never get forgiven. And if you keep getting Pete Navarro, he gonna end up impeached. Now, that ain't funny. I'm serious, Mac. I'm not hating on President Trump. If they keep Pete Navarro around President Trump gonna end up getting impeached. Them kind of mistakes you can't make. That group chat, you can say, I don't know nothing about that. But the Trump tariffs, that's making the whole world about to go into recession when none of that's called for. None of it. All you got to do is have the right people around him. I'm not an economic person, but I could tell you don't pick fights with your friends over money. That's common sense. I'm saying you talking about a common sense revolution. How is that a common sense? That's common sense. Don't pick fights with your friends over money, man. Don't do that. You're going to put the same tariff on Israel, on God's people, as you did on China. And see, Matt, if you are a Christian, what God said about his people, about blessing those and cursing those, his people. That's what I'm saying. President Trump, he passed the most legislation for Christians in 10 days than any other president did in their lifetime. Listen to me. President Trump did more for Christians in 10 days. So he obviously don't know. Because he got some. Oh, Pete, can we just do tariffs on the whole world? Yes, President Trump. Can we put tariffs on Mercury, Venus, Earth, Pluto, and Jupiter too? Oh, yes, President Trump. Oh, can we put tariffs on President Trump, big league? Can we put tariffs on? And yes, President Trump. Fire him. Fire him. Elon said, you dumber than a sack. Elon said that dude dumber than a sack of rocks. Yes, President Trump. Everything he said, yes, President Trump. Nah, President Trump, we can't do nothing like that. I ain't gonna argue with you. I'm gonna tell you, if you don't listen to me before I walk out your room, I'm gonna give you a I'm gonna prophesy on you. Don't listen to me. You know everything. But I told, just go back and watch the videos. A monkey know that on the whole world. America economy, who you going to get to come invest with you if you picking on everybody? Because that's how they take it. Look, President Trump, I'm going to say one more thing. Diddy says Trump is a share. He is buying their support. Diddy, look, he don't understand it. He don't see it like this. Look at this, President Trump. Look at this like this. Look. What President Trump's saying that the trade deficits aren't fair. So he talking about South Korea having 100% tax on America. Nah, that's not fair. But South Korea is looking at it like America is rich and they're our friends. You know how you got a rich friend? And you want your rich friend to pay for the food. You know he got the money. You know he can pay for the food. He can afford it. So you want your rich friend to pay for the food. President Trump, that's how South Korea is looking at America when they taxing. They like America over there so rich, man. And we over here barely making it. Man, we gonna tax them, man. Them rich people. You know how they do that, man. They tax rich people. President Trump, you know people tax you when they know you got money. They charge you higher for anything. But with President Trump, when you do it to them, they take it totally different. It's not no money thing. When you put a tariff on one of your friends, on one of them smaller nations, President Trump taking it how they take it. He looking at America. He loving America. He's saying, man, look at what they doing to America. President Trump like, oh, no, they can't do that to America. But President Trump, they're not looking at it like you. They're looking at it how if you and Elon went out to eat and you worth 8 billion and he worth 300 billion. So you gonna look at Elon and Elon gonna say, oh, I got this meal. That's your big rich homie. You gonna tax, you feel like that ain't even taxing. You feel like he can handle that. That's how they looking at America. But President Trump, how you look at them, that's when you put a tariff on them, they're looking at you worse than that. They're looking at Elon asking President Trump to pay for the meal. And Elon got more money. They're not looking at this supposed to be even. When you call us to use our military base, we let you use our military base, no question asked, because you let us get an extra whatever off the deals. That's called soft power. Y'all, we're going to have to do a stream on that. We were talking about VP Harris to start off. Oh, Didi was talking about Christians. Oh, yeah. Mac, what you think about what Didi said? And we finna get off, y'all. I'm finna give y'all my 10 minutes right now. Matt, what you think about what Didi said? Because I thought that before. I thought that before too. But even though he might, you what you mean, Didi? He's pandering for their support. Because what he did is he passed legislation to help Christians. I'm not talking about with the TG community and all that. I'm talking about to help directly Christians. President Trump did that, boy. His first 10 days, part of his, because we looked at his executive orders. I looked at them personally, each and every one. And I said, hey, this man, 100 executive orders and 2 or 3 of them address Christianity. Wow. You can't be that mean to him. I mean, what I'm gonna say, that's why I can't be mean to VP Harris. She is like, did everything in her life that I would want to do besides politics. See what I'm saying? It's like that's like you gonna look up to that. So President Trump, he do stuff like that, bro. Like, I don't know if that's pandering for their support. And then I'm finna tell y'all a story here in a few days, a few weeks, though, or something about his government. So I'm independent. They don't get on Seth Rogen about being a Democrat or a Republican, and they love him. They love him. Seth Rogen can make a rap video tomorrow. They're still like, he could wear Tesla t-shirts and hoodies. They still gonna love him. Oh yeah, Matt, listen, what's up, Johnny Boy? We got a member in the stream. Hey, Matt, what you saying is 10,000. Matt, you on it. You hear me, Matt? You on it. I got to pin that. I got to pin that, Matt. That's what they're doing, Matt. But they're not doing it. He's doing it to himself, though. And if y'all go back and watch in November, I get emails from the ACLU all the time. I'm a civil rights person. Those kind of people, I would conjugate with them. Naturally. They fight same battles I fight. A lot of similars. And I told y'all back then, California, Governor Newsom, the resistance, they passed legislation in the state of California to go at President Trump. And he wasn't in office 15 minutes. Y'all Google it right now. Matt, 15 minutes. He wasn't in office 15 minutes, and they had 3 lawsuits. I don't see how they got him filed. Because how you going to file a suit? The Trump administration, his hand ain't even got off the Bible. Hey, Mac, they sued that man with his hand 3 times, with his hand still on the Bible. They was ready for him. So I'm saying you gonna come in with your first order with birthright citizenship, you feeding it to him. Mac, I got a video up called Trump Tariffs. Go watch it. You become a member of the channel. Johnny Boy, you could go watch the Trump tariffs 2 video. You guys, right now, channel memberships, $2.99. Y'all been in here kicking with me the whole time. I got Trump tariffs 2 up. You got to be a channel member to see it, $2.99 to watch that video. And I'm telling you, everything I'm saying in that video, I'll tell you before it happened, way before it happened. Way before. And the people who get in this stream, like Brian C and them and Todd Pimper and them, and Aloha Kitty ain't been in here, but she know in November and December we was saying that we knew all this. What y'all saw April the 5th with those million people across in 1,000 locations, whenever like because Bernie Sanders and them, they listen, they smart. So whenever like the next time you get the people riled up, they're going to go do some more town halls and they're going to organize again and they're going to spin a block on you in the summertime and they're going to have Antifa with them this time and they're going to start getting a little cuckoo. That's what I'm saying. You don't come in there like there's so if President Trump don't realize this because he's so bent on tearing the system down, but Bill Clinton did it with no shots fired. No smoke. President Trump, you could keep the theater. I don't care about that. I'll protect your theater. Pete Navarro can't do it, though. He an idiot. But I'm saying, though, President Trump, I could help you. I could tell the people, like, yeah, you could keep your theater. You just can't. You got a certain move. You got to make them a certain way. Okay, I want to do something about birthright citizenship. So I'm not going to pick this fight on day one with this. Because I know the court's going to take this offensive. His lawyer should have told him, President Trump, if I write this, because I would have told him this because I did, the court's going to take this offensive. Like this dude trying to change the U.S. Constitution with himself. Boy, if you don't get your monkey, and see, I know how the courts are, man. They don't like that stuff. They don't like you playing with them like that. This is a 3-year paralegal with 17 case experience. And President Trump got 40-year lawyers with 40,000 case, and they know more than I do. You know why that happened, Matt? Because hey, Donald, you think you could? Yes, President Trump. Hey, Donald, you think you could? Yes, President Trump. Hey, Donald, you think we could drop a nuke on England, London? Yes, President Trump. Oh, I was just playing, Donald. I ain't that stupid. Oh, President Trump, we ready to drop the nukes? Yes, President Trump. Yes, President. You gonna get that man. Destroy his legacy. Nah, President Trump, we ain't gonna do nothing stupid like that, man, because I'm gonna tell you why not, President Trump. And if you don't listen to me, what I'm finna tell you gonna happen just like I tell you, because I'm not gonna tell you this if I'm not sure about this. And I think more than anybody you got around you. They cannot think me. I think too much. Gift and a curse. So, President Trump, this is what you gonna do. You're going to pick a fight with the person who you need to cripple. You need to cripple China. For other reasons besides money, China needs to get crippled. So we're going to pick a fight with China. And we're going to keep taxing them, go back and forth with them because they can't beat us. We're going to send J.D. Vance over there to do that speech and scare Europe because they're scary already. Everything I'm saying is true. Truth is begotten of her children. He heard what I said. He would agree with this. They scary. So you send J.D. Vance over there. You scare Europe. Okay? The Ukraine situation, now Europe on edge all the way. Our president, y'all seen a scary person before our President Trump had to do to go over to Europe. First, you got to put the tariffs on China because that's leverage. And you know, Xi Jinping, he going to try to, you know what I'm saying? So you going to go back and you know he can't beat you one-on-one. So you finna shine on him. But before you shine on him, you go over to Europe and you say, hey, that's all you got to do to Europe. Yes, President Trump. What Zelensky did when he did, that's your people. That's your people. Europe, America, that's your people. President Trump, you understand that. You got people around you who got at least this much common sense. That's your people. You ain't got to tax them. Israel, that's your people. Canada, that's your people. They speak your language. They use your money. They shop at your stores. They buying your products. Okay, you ain't got a good trade deal with them. This what you do to them, President Trump. J.D. Vance already said they weak, didn't he? Just do that to him. Oh, President Trump, where the paper at? We signing, President Trump. We ready to sign. We ready to sign. But I'm saying you gonna put a whole man. I heard this man say he taxed the same people who stood shoulder to shoulder with America during the 9/11. He taxed them the same way he taxed the people who attacked America during 9/11. When I heard that right there, bro, that's almost blasphemy for his position. I can explain that. Because his position is to represent America. You don't represent America by taxing the people who stood beside you when you need to pick up the phone. Because you're going to call Italy right now. They ain't want to mess with you. That's what I'm saying. You might need them one day to fight Putin or somebody. You might need some mountain troops to do some reconnaissance. And Italy got some good mountain troops. And it'd be a whole lot cheaper to send their troops than to send American troops. If you got to do something right there in the Czech Republic or something, it'd be a whole lot cheaper to send to Italians than Americans. That's what you about, President Trump. Save money, don't pick no fights with your friends. Didi says Trump understands that Christians are looking for a savior. Man, Didi, I don't like that. Didi, I don't know about that, man. I don't think he's thinking that deep. I really don't. I'm almost positive, y'all, I don't think he's thinking that deep. Not about that. I just think that he's a politician. That's what politicians do. I would rather go after Christian votes without me being a Christian. Let me say it like this. I'm not a Christian then. I would rather go after... I am a Christian then, but let me say it like I would rather go after a Muslim as a Christian. Our arch enemy, I would rather go after a Muslim vote than after a TG vote. That's just me personally. You feel me? So he might feel like he might rather go after a Christian vote than to be messing with gay people getting married. He just seemed like he not the kind of dude that, I mean, he look how many women he fooled with. You feel he that kind of man. You got to understand human nature, bro, when you talking and dealing with humans. Look, Pete Navarro, I got it. He a smart guy. He understand numbers. But numbers is different when you add egos and humans in it. That business not the same. Business, look, I already told y'all, I've been on here almost 2 hours, y'all. I'm finna get my outro. I'm gonna let Johnny get in here and I'm gonna get my outro. What's up, Robert? How you doing? I hadn't seen y'all in a while. I already told y'all, right, that China has a supreme leader. Now, the Chinese Prime Minister, Xi Jinping, listen, this dude right here, bro, he's expendable. Mac, yeah. Well, I'm sorry, y'all. I had to do that. I got to get a drink of water on this, Mac. I have to get a drink of water on this, Mac. And Mac, it's because they got yes men around them, bro. You can't them yet. You got to get rid of them yes men, Mac. They gonna mess your country up. You got to get rid of yes men. They gonna mess our country up. President Trump, can I do this? Oh yes, President Trump. Oh, can I drop a nuclear weapon, a nuclear bomb on Paris? Yes, President Trump. Oh, yes, President Trump. Man, this dude finna destroy our nation. God said with the wisdom of one poor man, he saved the whole country and he was forgotten for his wisdom. And you got this dude who he might know something about no numbers. He don't know about people. Like I know people and I know politics. I studied it. I know how people react. Bro, if you can't ask Matt, if you can't read somebody in the streets, you gotta know how to read people. Because if you out there in the streets and you can't read the right person, you gonna die. Because they got snakes out there in them streets, boy. And they gonna come to you like they're your friends, but they gonna backdoor you. You don't know nothing of them streets. See, President Trump and them, Mac, they don't know nothing. It's slimy. President Trump like a white person con artist, no offense. He like a white person gangster, not like no Al Capone or them kind of dudes. He's like a white person political tough guy bully kind of dude. Nah, you can't. You need somebody I could deal with Xi Jinping. I promise you. That boy said a 24% tariff on America. I know you can't win. I'm not gonna play no games with you. So I'm not gonna retaliate on you, my boy. I'm gonna go to sleep tonight. And tonight I'm gonna flip the script on you. Tonight I'm gonna get the European. I'm gonna call Marco Rubio. We're gonna get the Europeans on the phone. And I'm gonna tell them to come to the Rose Garden tomorrow. Urgent, drop everything. Come here. Let me talk to y'all. This is what we finna do, y'all. We finna get rid of China. I'm an OG. We gonna get China off the map. Ain't nobody, you ain't gonna have no bricks. Ain't nobody gonna ever think about going to invest in nothing in China because it ain't gonna be nothing but ruins left. Call your partners and your allies and your trading partners over here, boy. The people you align with, call Netanyahu over here. Don't put no tax on him. The same tax you put on Netanyahu on Iran. Because he put the same tax you put on Netanyahu, you put on Iran. That let me know something about your character. This ain't got nothing to do with them saying 34. No, Democrats ain't saying this. No, Republicans ain't nobody saying this. You talking now. This your character. So either you need to slap Pete Navarro or you need to rethink, get rid of those advisors, because I'm going to come tell you that you don't put no tax on the people who are there to shed their blood with you when you needed them. You don't tax them. That's disgusting. Matt, imagine you being, and y'all out there, and one of your homeboys, he trying to tax you on something he moving. And you saying he charging them other people across the train tracks, you know what I'm saying? He charging them snow bunnies. He charging them the same thing he charging you. And you done lost a couple of your brothers for this dude in gunfights. Y'all done did everything together. He get a new shipment. He trying to make some money, and he taxing you the same thing he taxing them snow bunnies that he don't need. That not even that he don't. Iran, America, you taxing the same as your enemies, man. I'm finna get off of here, man. I'm not trying to beat up on him. That's not what I'm trying to do. I think he got it corrected. Stock market, I'm gonna check it out in a minute, Mac. I think he got it corrected. What I'm saying is to y'all, or to anybody who of any power, is that those yes men around him is what is going to get him in trouble. He needs some people around him who going to say, hey, what you doing? What you talking about, man? Hey, nah. President Trump, you're going to run into a wall. He say, you know what you doing. You back off them tariffs. Because, see, you get in a situation where they done rigged something on you. Like Max said, they trying to line you up. They trying to get rid of you. Like, literally get rid of you. You don't understand. The police just found somebody like they trying to get rid of you. You need to see what's going on, bro. Like, you don't stoke them kind of flames, bro. It's too many people in this country. You can't fire all of them. You can't make it safe around you. You can never make it safe around you. I don't care who you don't give no security briefings to. And I ain't even going to say that because I ain't supposed to know this, but they probably telling you to do it just to protect your life. Because some stuff going on under the scenes that America don't know about. But I'm saying, bro, you fanning the flames. We gonna do it on the whole world. Don't come out there being goofy, man. Get rid of them goofy people, bro, and get you somebody in here who gonna make you Ronald Reagan. President Trump, get somebody, because if you get impeached again, well, Reagan didn't get impeached 3 times. I don't care how good your economy is. History gonna remember you for 3 impeachments. The first president ever, or 4. That's what history gonna remember you of, because you want to be great. Get this goofy dude out of here, President Trump. Tell y'all, because he ain't got to listen to an advisor. But if he don't listen to me, before that person get off the phone with him, I'm going to make sure you hear me this time. So the next time you call me, God going to tell you, he going to tell you to listen to that crazy dude. Eli, Tiki Yafasu. Huh? What's that? We got any Jewish people in here speak Hebrew? Eli, Tika Yafaso. He go over there, look at that. What? He see a man hand on the wall. What's that man hand on the wall? He said, yo, days is what? Huh? If you do that, President Trump, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen right there. And the reason why y'all know what I'm saying about the advice is right. Go back and watch the new tariff video I uploaded on Monday. Not the one that's members only. The new one. And that was on Monday. And I gave 5 projections in that video. And every last one of them happened by Thursday. Watch the tariff live stream. I said, if President Trump ain't going to be able to keep these, this was on Tuesday, before any pause, before any talk of pause. I told you the tariffs ain't going to make it to the end of the week. They can't. I don't care what he said. I don't care what Pete Navarro's saying. I don't care what he's saying. I don't care if ain't nobody hearing me. I don't care if they think I'm crazy. I don't care about the truth. Don't need nothing but to be spoken. That's it. Them tariffs ain't making it to the end of the week. Oh, we gonna do the whole world, Ghost. I know you an advisor, and we know you might. That's why you up here with your crazy self. But we doing the whole world. When I walk out the room, I'm gonna give him a what the Bible call that, a prophecy. I'm gonna prophesy on that dude. Them tariffs ain't making it to the end of the week. And I'm gonna go home and eat a cheeseburger, because I know what I'm talking about. I ain't even thought, after I did that live stream on Tuesday, I ain't even thought nothing about it. What's today? Thursday? By yesterday, guess what happened? Them tariffs was gone. What? Yeah. I said it on Tuesday. They ain't making it to the end of the week. See, I could have told Pete. See how I knew that. I don't know nobody in the White House. I don't talk to nobody. I don't know nobody. Nobody. You see how I do that? But see, that's what I know I could do that with President Trump. I know Didi. Oh, so you say Didi work in the White House? I don't know that. How I know that? Ask Didi if he talked to me and something like that and I know some kind of game plan. I ain't know no kind of game plan. I don't know no kind of game plan. All I know is what I said on Tuesday and what happened on Wednesday. So I know before April 2nd, when Trump had the tariff team and Pete Navarro was going over this, I know if they would have came to me on April the 1st. Now, let me go back before that, because President Trump was announcing this in the middle of March, reciprocal tariffs. I know April, if you would have went back to me in March the 10th, and I would have told him the same thing I would have happened on Tuesday. But when I walked out the room, I would have put that prophecy on. And I would have told him, I don't care, y'all talk about an election, y'all talk about, don't believe nothing I say, but don't listen to me, and I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. Them tariffs ain't making it to the end of the week. And if you try to if them tariffs, I'm going to tell, because I told y'all too on Tuesday, this is the 7th prophecy. I told y'all somebody was going to go to President Trump like they did President Biden. I don't know this happened, but I know it happened. I told you it was going to happen. Y'all go watch this content. I'm giving you the game. And if Didi or anybody work in the White House, they could say, hey, Ghost, that's what happened. But we can't tell you because but I told you before it was going to happen. Somebody was going to go to him and say, hey, listen, there ain't no yes man no more. The bleeding too deep. You got to go. You got to get out of there. That tariff, one or two things gonna have to happen. When a person that powerful, you got to come to him like that because he used to giving orders. He ain't used to taking no orders. So somebody that powerful, that's how you got to come to him when he finna destroy all of us. You can't let him destroy all of us because whatever you got going on or whatever they got going on or y'all got going on. So somebody with some sense got to come break the kumbaya, whatever you got going on, and tell you that one of your voters down in the South said he lost half of his retirement on what you doing, bro. Because you could have did that without it ever going in the red one time. I watch tariffs too. What Diddy, you need a channel membership to see it, but Johnny Boy could see it. Tariffs too. I'll tell you how. He could have did all of that without going in the red one time. Not once. That's why Elon said Pete Navarro is an idiot. See, Elon said Pete Navarro is dumber than a sack of rocks. And y'all can hate on Elon all y'all want to, because Elon was only doing what President Trump asked him to do. That's it. Elon is taking a fall for the Republican Party. Why he's sacrificing himself, I don't know. I wouldn't do that at all for nobody. I'll do it for Jesus or God or something. Are you talking about your family or something? You talking about for a party that he ain't even really wasn't a part of. I done gave you $250 million and helped you get elected. Because if you believe Trump would have got elected without Elon, you're not getting it. Elon put that man where he at. And that's what I'm saying, that loyalty, man, because see, you going to make people not want to fool with you if they think that you not loyal, President T. Because see, you demanding loyalty, but they going to want you to be loyal too. Not no stupid yes man loyal President T. We not talking about no dude who finna crash the whole world economy. That dude, what Pete Navarro at? Y'all go get Mac. Y'all go get Didi. Y'all get Pete Navarro, man. Tell him to come to Mississippi real quick. No, ain't nothing like that, man. I'm going to take him out to get a cheeseburger. I'm going to have a talking to Pete Navarro, President Trump. We're going to put him in the Department of Education. I know you got that whole building empty, or it's supposed to be, President Trump. So you said. So that quarter of the building that's still open, you know that 75% that's not working? We're going to put Pete Navarro in that building in the dark time, and we ain't going to let him eat nothing but chicken noodle soup for like a week. And then we're going to bring them back out, and then we're going to tell them to sit down at this table and tell us our next plan. What's our next? Because the next time you go in the room, you ain't going to come out with no chicken noodle soup. You're going to come out with some bruises. Doing something stupid like that, bro. Common sense. With that common sense revolution won with $9 trillion being lost in the stock market, declaring war on a trade war on Israel and Italy and England. You talking about all these white people die with you shoulder to shoulder. First call they made, 9/11. Go ask President Bush. He said he taking a whole coalition in there. How many countries was it? It was over 100-some nations in Desert Storm. They ran through. President Trump, you think you want to run through one of these nations by yourself? As your boy Vladimir, how that worked out for him. President Trump, you think you want to go at it by yourself? You saving money though, and you trying to save American lives, but you want to fight these fights by yourself. Ask your boy Vladimir, President Trump, how that worked when he went through little Ukraine. Because I know when NATO went through Desert Storm during, because I just told y'all, not the first one, like 2009-11, first one, yeah. When NATO went through Desert Storm with them 100 and some countries, That thing was over in what? How long it took, DD? 3 days? 24 hours? Saddam was out there in the desert. This how Saddam was in the desert, y'all. Hey, look, Saddam ain't no good, man. Ain't none of them people, in my opinion, no good. But Saddam out there in the desert, he thought he was untouchable. Talking about, he said, like, no disrespect. He said, because they just saying God in Arabic. He's saying that God is great. Actually, that's what that means. Allah Akbar. But he's saying that he got his thing on. He's saying that, oh yeah, we got a 1,000,000-man army. That's what Saddam was saying. The last time America had a problem. Oh, that was before 9/11, right? Or what? We got a 1,000,000-man army. Y'all remember that? Y'all people old enough. 1,000,000-man army Saddam was saying he had. When Desert Storm, America went through there and crushed Iraq in 7 days. Them people seen the NATO coming, bro. I'll put this on. Y'all go Google it. Don't listen to me, bro. The Iraq, bro, they were leaving. They probably had, out of that 1,000,000-man army, he had 30,000 people fight. The rest of them ain't even fight. They were fleeing. They seen them Abrams tanks coming and them A-10s, them Warhogs. This what them Iraqis was doing. This all you seen from Iraqis. They were fleeing, boy. Them boys was running. They didn't want none of that action, boy. You feel me? That's what happened, President Trump, when you have a coalition of like-minded. President Trump, you cannot make money without no customers. Pete Navarro should have told you this. So you declaring tax on the whole world. So the EU, they getting together, they got 3 options. Come talk to America, something else, or explore new markets. You need customers. Scare your opponents. Tax the snot out of them. It ain't just about the money with China. It's about those your biggest opponents. They need to be punished strategically. Where my military people at? Where y'all generals at? Go to President Trump and tell him I know what I'm talking about. Strategically, right now, China needs to be destroyed. And if you could do that without one missile fire, forget the Democrats. Forget everybody in America. This is for America's future. That's why you keep Europe in them, because you got 75 countries on the phone. So when China come back, you finna cripple them in 5 days. What's the old boy name who was on CNN? What's his name? I love him. He be on Shark Tank, bro. And I heard him say that he a money person. He know he making plenty of sense. You got 5 days. You go ahead and cripple the Chinese in 5 days. 100% tariff, 2,000% tariff. As soon as you see the stock market turn red, send your little Treasury Secretary. I like that little dude with the glasses on. Send your little Treasury Secretary out there to say, hey, we got a new deal with Italy today. We saved that in our back pocket. You didn't know that. Yeah, Italy, the first country. We got a new deal with Italy today. Oh, yeah, we signed a deal. So that stock market, when they hear that, they're going to forget about the tariffs on China. They're going to think about, y'all, America. Oh, yeah, it's going to get green. Oh, that didn't help it? Oh, we signed a new deal with Israel and Canada and Mexico. And we brought back the, with Canada and Mexico. It's going to get green. You just talk about money with the stock market. It's a money forecaster. Think of the stock market as a weather forecaster. If you see the stock market red, that's the weatherman. So you go to Main Street, eventually you're going to start seeing red out here too. That money from Wall Street is going to end up on Main Street. So all that is a forecaster. Keep it out the red. You know how you keep it out the red? You forecast green. You forecast money. You make them think that. Come on, man. Dude, you got all them dudes up there next to you with them degrees in economics, President Trump. You're going to make us smart people start thinking you're doing that on purpose now. Don't make us think you're doing that on purpose, President Trump. You're going to make us smart people. See, you might be fooling. But you don't want people to think you trying to get some revenge. Because what I'm trying to think, what you got against Netanyahu? What Netanyahu did to you? Netanyahu and Obama don't even get along. Boy, you know how close Israel and America is. We had Israelis training up with us on Fort Bragg. I'm sorry, y'all, if I ain't supposed to be saying that. I didn't know nothing about no top secret or nothing clearing. Like we had Israelis with us training on Fort Bragg. You know how close we are. Joe Biden ain't talked to Netanyahu and I don't know how long. Even though he was still supporting him, it cost VP Harris the election. Trump, Netanyahu, your homeboy. You gonna put the same tax. Bro, I'm gonna leave it there, y'all. We got probably Didi. I'm sorry, Didi. He says I'm a Desert Storm veteran, y'all. Didi, I'm pinning that right now. I'm gonna start right now. Cause see, we connected right then. Cause I was talking about a topic and he said he was a veteran. And Didi, I don't know what. See there, Didi. See there, Didi, your boy remember politics and history. I know what I'm talking about. He said he's seen it with his own eyes. Huh, Didi? Didi, you finna run this stream, Didi. Hold on. Oh, no, don't do that. Didi, I'm sorry. Nah, okay. Hold on. I gotta do it like this. Can I? Okay, yeah, we're gonna do this one. And then I'm gonna put you back on Didi, and I'm gonna do this, Didi. Hold on, my boy. There you go. Thank you for your service, my boy. You hear me? Thank you for your service. That's I was in the military. I enlisted in in 99. What was that? It was towards, I know it was September, something like that. Is when I left. I went to Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. And then I went to Fort Lee, Virginia for AIT. I was in 92 Golf. I was a cook, food service. Then I was stationed at Fort Bragg, North Carolina. And that's when 9/11 happened. So I must have enlisted in the summer. Yeah, I did. Or boot camp in the summer. And then, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I remember all that. I remember Desert Storm, too, back before. I remember all that stuff. But, Didi, thank you for your service, man. All my veterans in the stream, man, thank y'all. You feel me? My brothers. Straight up, thank y'all. For Lost in the Woods. What you know about that, TS? For Leonard Wood. Listen. The people that were there, like I never, because they were, you see what I'm saying? So I think we got one pass like a week before graduate, or two, the week of graduate. One in basic. At AIT, boy, I used to get passes all the time. Hey, y'all, Fort Lee, bro, y'all go to the state of Virginia, bro. I don't know about outside the military complexes, but the state of Virginia, bro, they love me, dog. Oh, yeah. Oh, bro, in the military, I could tell y'all something about my PT test. Man, look at bro, listen. So, what, 88, Mike? Hold up, TS. Don't tell me. See if I remember. I know you got something to do. Look, was it supply? Was it supply? Did you work at supply? What's 88 Mike? Mine was 92 Golf, and I was a cook. I was stationed at Fort Bragg, 321st Field Artillery. What's your what was your supply? What's 88 Mike? I know one of them was close to mine. I knew it was. One of them was close to mine, and it was a medic. Because we had a bunch of female medics in our unit. As you can imagine, 321st Field Artillery, you're going to have medics in a Field Artillery unit. But yeah, boy, I had that airborne unit, boy. That airborne unit. Bro, go to Fort Bragg right now. and find 321st Field Artillery and then find 82nd Airborne. I'm talking about you could throw a stone right down the street. 82nd Airborne, in those times, they got deployed to, as far as the ground troops. During those times, now it's different now. The Marines usually went first during those times. You know what I'm saying? America has developed the Marines just as a Chinese fighting force. Xi Jinping and President Trump don't finish you on the economy. When we get our next president in, we gonna dust you if you try to go get Taiwan. We just ain't told you that yet. That's what we've been training them Marines for, Xi Jinping. In case you want to try to go take Taiwan, because see, President Trump might not deal with you. We don't know how tough he is. He act like he don't like fighting. He like money. That's why I'm glad he got on you on that trade war, so smart people could say, hey, we don't want no war with China. Let's get this over with right now. You cripple them, we know they ain't going to be back for 4 years. So President Trump will be gone by the time we got to worry about them. Go and cripple them, and they ain't going to be trying to fight nothing. They can't afford to. They starving. Yeah, you talking about wanting to see, that's how we got to do it, y'all. Where my generals at? Where my military TS? That's how we got to do it. You feel me? You talking about going to attack. When we seen Russia, we tried to do it. We couldn't just do it with Russia, though. We tried. When we seen Putin he been fighting that war. He prepared for Ukraine for 20 years before he went in there. Skirmish. When you seen them start getting it, just break them. So we're going to break China before they even try Taiwan. We're going to break you right now. We're going to break you right now with these tariffs. You want to go tit for tat with America. See, President Trump, that's why you need your allies, because you can't declare a war against the whole world. I don't care how powerful your economy is, your military is, whoever that dude around you, I promise you, one of them days, the White House security or police would have had Ghost Rider in the police car, and President Trump would have been up there at the jail talking to me, telling me how I can't. Look, Greg, we know. He called me by my real. He'd be like, look, Greg, we know that's what had happened to me. I'd have slapped the dust off that boy, saying some stupid stuff. President Trump, you said we having a common sense revolution, and common sense is to declare a war. America not that bad. That's stupid. Why do that? You got America. Look, Europe is kind of weak, but they strategically, and they help us out enough with money enough. So you got your friends with you, and ain't nobody in the world gonna stand against NATO. They wouldn't even try. Russia wouldn't try. I don't think Russia gonna try America by themselves. China might. Not after President Trump finished with him if he do it right, but China would have at one point tried America by themselves. Y'all better study them Chinese now. That's why you need to know history too. Them Chinese used to be mighty warriors. They used to be ancient. They're not really that scary. They're just not really aggressive, but they're not scary. Over Taiwan, they would have been aggressive. You see what I'm saying? But I'm saying, President Trump, you finna fight the war. I don't care. You make them pay more money. Don't cut your friends off. You're gonna cut your hands off. You got the power. You trying to be bad. You don't need them. You got the power behind you. You turn around to your friends and you say, hey, we got to get this right because I'm getting a bad end of the stick. That's how you talk to them. Oh, y'all don't want to listen? I like people who don't like listen because I'm about showing you. All right, then hold on real quick then. He come over here. Don't do it to your friends. They're not listening to you. Don't worry about it. Leave your friends in the corner. They don't want to listen to you, President Trump. Don't worry about it. President Trump, come on, President Trump. Let's come over here, President Trump. Now, we got England and France and all them. They don't want to listen. They still want to do bad trade deals. This how you do, President Trump. It's a mind game. You go to the ops. And you say, what's up, ops? Everything you want to do to them weak Europeans, you just do it to China. And all you got to do is turn your back on China and say, because they scary now. I know that for a fact. They are scary. Look how they were in both world wars. They need America. The Europeans need America. They ain't going to make it against Russia and China without America. They too civilized. They too pretty. They need America. So you could turn back to them and say, hey, you see what I'm doing to them now? When I finish with them, oh, President Trump, wait a opinion there, President Trump. We on the way, President Trump. They're going to buckle. You just got to know how to play the game, man. You got to be smarter than a fifth grader. 2 hours and 20 minutes, guys, that's today because everybody, they came in there throwing me money. So if you come in there giving me money like that with only that many people in this stream, and we could supposed to be talking about VP Harris, but we start talking about, that just let me know that you trying to hear something. So I come in here, y'all want the forecast. I won't say it no more, so you won't say the same thing. But you saying the same thing, and then we could declaring trade wars on the whole world. So we need to do the same stream every day to make sure that everybody clear. Anybody who can hear me, we don't do that no more. We just stay on the enemies. A tariff is a tax, and a tax is like a trade embargo and a sanction. When you start sanctioning your friends, that don't make no sense. You don't sanction I don't see how Congress ain't passed a law on this yesterday. Mike Johnson, where you? I think the Democrats gonna go with you on this. Because Mike Johnson is common sense. You can't you can't be doing all that stuff now, because the dude over here sanctioning his friends. That's basically what that is. You putting a trade embargo on Israel. What? That tariff, President Trump, is a good tool. It's not used for your allies. It's used for your enemies. President T, I love you. You hear me, bro? They might hate on you. I don't care. I love VP Harris too. They could hate on me too. I'll be back around over there. They're going to get it one day. That I'm just a patriot American. I love everybody. I'll be back around over there to them. But right now, President Trump, you won. It's your turn. You got to fire them people around you, President T, that's telling you to do, because you got too much. President T don't have time to be on the tariff team. He got 1,000 things going on. He got a bunch of knuckleheads over here talking about a group chat. He got too much going on. He got Russia over here. He got 2 wars that were supposed to be over. The egg prices, they barely dropping. He got so much to worry about some idiot not doing his job and giving him bad advice. Okay? President Trump, Pete Navarro, if you get to stay there, is going to ask you to do the biggest thing possible. President Trump, whatever your lawyers are, President Trump is going to ask you to do the biggest thing possible. That's who he is. Y'all haven't figured that out? If y'all advising him, don't be an idiot because you don't have a neck or a soul and can't stand on your feet. Because you worry about President Trump firing you when you get home, you better be worried about that man who voted for President Trump, who lost his whole life savings waiting in your bushes when you go to sleep at night, bruh. Doing that goofy stuff. This 70-year-old goofy dude, bro. If you old and froggy like that, Pete Navarro, you need to go sit down. There people losing money behind that stuff. This not no monopoly money, no real pain. You don't need no pain. When you put sanctions on your enemies, what pain America feel? Why I'm a feel pain? Are my consumers feeling pain? My taxpayers feeling pain? No, China gotta feel that pain. China gonna feel that pain. Y'all don't understand that export-imports. You gonna feel it a little bit too. But if he's smart, he know how I told him how to do that. But like I said, President Trump, y'all remember what I said? Y'all remember what I said after I tell him to do something and he don't listen? Y'all know what I said I was going to do, right? But like I said previously, President Trump, because if you don't do something about that economy, come July, that's your 6 months. That's your point of no return. I'm talking about something that people could feel. I'm not talking about America. President Trump want to keep up with China. That's strategy. He can't really explain that to you, but I will one day because I'm going to support him a little bit. The people who America, he got to, you know what I'm saying? American government got to make money too, y'all. You feel me? Besides just taxes, there ain't nothing wrong with the making the money, man. You just got to do everything right. And you know what the people, like he got these moves he trying to make, I'm trying to tell him. Because if you get the people behind you, President Trump, you got clear selling, big league. President Trump finna be Ronald Reagan, big league. Or they gonna impeach you 3-4 more times, President T. It's up to you, y'all. 2 hours and 23 minutes. I ain't streamed that long. It's so that much is so long. Matt, look, I'ma do this. It is our eyes in the East. But why would you listen, Robert? If there are eyes in the East, why would you be putting the same tariff on them as you putting on the people that they watching? Robert said Israel is our eyes in the East. They're more than our eyes. They're our brothers. When the East came to America, you know what Israel did? Israel came with the East. Israel came with the East. He picking on Netherlands and the Greenlands and Denmark. When they came, you guess what Denmark and Netherlands, all them white people in Europe, because the white people in Europe and the white people in America are the same. If you haven't figured that out yet, it's the same nation. It's one big country, President Trump. If you don't know that yet, Europe and America and Canada is all one nation. You just don't realize that yet. You don't get that yet. But we're going to see if you can learn that this term, though. You see what I'm saying? So I'm saying when America went to Europeans, they following America wherever they go. Why would you tax somebody following you? Yeah, they weak, but they your weak little brother. You don't tax your weak little brother, bruh. You defend your weak little brother. He going over there slapping around the weak little brother. And then before we got on his head, he ain't even really messing with China. He's slapping around Israel and Europe the same way, and he barely touching the one who could do something to him for real. That make you look weak, bro. It make you look like that's on some clown stuff, President Trump. You need to get whoever talking to you, get that dude away from you ASAP. Because I'm finna come help. I come help you. You don't do that to them. No, don't do that to them. I don't care how weak they are. Let J.D. Vance go talk and scare them. Don't tax them. That's crazy. This your weak little brother. Bring your little weak little brother. We gonna need a little weak little brother in a little bit, President Trump. You ain't know that yet. But see, that's that prophecy coming. You want me to prophesy to you, President Trump? So I could come back on here and look at the camera like I told you was gonna need them. Didn't I tell you that? You want me to prophesy? I say it to you, President Trump, and walk off the camera. You gonna need them weak little brothers. Don't do that to them. This ain't your first term, President Trump. You still got a live war in Asia, 2 of them, still. This ain't your first term. It ain't no contained war, really. Well, I guess they are kind of contained. Like kind of how that one in Afghanistan was contained. But you still got 2 wars, and they could grow. Them like you got 2 fires burning in Asia right now, President Trump. Don't forget that. Don't step on NATO too hard right now. Y'all, that's my time, man. I love each and every one of y'all. TS, Robert James, Matt McKinney, my boy Colin came through, my boy Brian C came through. Who else I had come through here? My boy Diddy Sarson, the Makaido, man. You know what I'm saying? Who else I had come through? I had my people coming through here today. Angelo, my brother, man, my boys came through here. TS, I appreciate you sticking with me to the end, baby. Thank y'all so much, TS, baby. Thank you for your service. Didi, thank you for your service. That's my time, y'all. Whenever I'm going through something, any kind of hard time, man, I always keep my eyes ahead. You know what I'm saying? Keep my feet planted, man. I try to stay as humble as I can, man. You know what I'm saying? But something I always say, a scripture I always say, whenever I'm going through something, y'all could use it to whenever y'all going through something, I get on my knees, I to start praying, man. Every day I wake up. This is the day the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. Thank y'all all so much. I love every last one of y'all so much. That's my time. I'll talk to y'all when we live again on Tuesday this week. Tuesday morning, 7 a.m. Central. Y'all go check out those videos, though, man. Them Trump videos. I'm uploading more videos. Y'all go check out those videos. Show your boy some love. I appreciate all y'all support. Jesus love all y'all, man. I love y'all too, man. Thank y'all for your service, man. We're going to keep loving our country, and we're going to keep talking and speaking our minds and our peace, y'all. That's my time, y'all. Thank y'all. See y'all next time. Legal Wars Podcast. I'm out.